You are in the north position, and you need to visualize south's hand. You do this by interpreting the bidding. Let's see what information the bidding has provided. The one diamond opening shows at least a 4-card diamond suit with 13 plus high card points in the west. The one spade bid by north shows a 5-card spade suit with 10 plus high card points. East's bid of double implies that East has 4 cards in each of the unbid suits. East promises a heart suit for sure. East also probably has a 4-card club suit. Now South passed. You'd think that that means nothing. Well, that's not true. It means that South has 2 cards or less in the spade suit and minimum values in high card points. You have 16 high card points, and West showed 13 plus high card points. That leaves only a maximum of about 11 high card points between East and South. In the second round of bidding, West bids 2 clubs. This is an interesting bid. Obviously, West has at least 4 cards in the club suit. However, believe it or not, West could have almost any combination of cards between the 2 suits. You just have to wait and find out. Now you bid 2 spades. This shows 1 more card in your spade suit, 6, not 5 spades. You have a 5-card club suit, but East-West seems to have the clubs. Did you realize that the distribution in clubs is similar to the heart suit? East-West may have hearts and you're void in hearts. It means your partner has lots of heart cards. Now East says he prefers the diamond suit over the club suit. This implies that East has a 3 or more diamond suit card set and does not have a 4-card club suit. What else does East have? This bid implies that he has a minimum of values and does not have a long heart suit. East's card distribution is something like 3 spades, 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 3 clubs. It can be slightly different, but close enough for our purposes. Now your partner supports your spade, showing the 2-card spade suit, and East and South have a maximum of 11 high card points between them. Those are divided with East having slightly more points. Let's give East 6 or 7 points and your partner South 4 or 5. Now there are still many questions. What is the South card distribution? How many net points does South have? Now let's figure out the distribution of the cards. We may be slightly off, but we have a lot of information we can work from. East-West showed an 8-card diamond fit. This means the suit is divided 5-3 or 4-4. North has 2 cards in diamonds, and that leaves 3 cards in the South hand. West showed at least 4 cards in diamonds. You are void in hearts, and East showed 3 or fewer cards in the heart suit. That leaves at least 10 cards in hearts in the East or South hands. Let's give East 4 cards and South 6 cards. You have 5-card club suit and West has 4 cards in clubs. That leaves 4 cards with South and East. Those are either divided 2-2 or 3-1. So we choose a conservative approach and say that the clubs are divided 2-2. You have an 8-card fit in spades with your partner. The remaining 5 cards are with East-West. Let's give 2 cards to West because West probably has 9 cards in diamonds and club suits. Thus, West's probably 2 cards in spades and hearts. Your challenge is to determine if your partnership should continue to compete. Now it's time for you to determine the locations of all the high cards. We'll give you some time to think about it, and then we'll come back and tell you the answer.
Let's look at how I see the challenge one, meaning how do I see partner's hand. We already discussed the distribution in the narration, and we said partner has 2 spades, 6 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs. Partner did not bid first time around but supported second time around. So when I showed 6 spades, he said, okay, I got 2 spades. Now, where are his high card points? He doesn't have too many high card points, 4 or 5. And maybe he has some distribution. And we know he has double and spade, double and club. Let's give him king of heart. Whether you give king or queen doesn't matter really. And can he have any queen? Not really, because they're playing in diamonds. They can't be playing in bidding diamonds without ace, queen, and jack. So I don't think their partner is a queen of diamond. And queen of heart, whether he has it or not, doesn't make any difference. He cannot have queen of spade or club. So he has some jacks. So I'm going to give him jack of club, king of heart, or a queen of heart if you want. That's all the points he has. If he has jack of spade, fine. It doesn't do much good, but anyway, in the best case scenario, or let's say most likely scenario, he has 4 high card points, king of heart, jack of club, and that's it. We're done with the challenge one.
Now here is your chance to review what our expert explained and kind of understand the logic behind the discussion. Now that you've figured out the hand and visualized all the cards and where they are, it's time to face the challenge of determining how many tricks you can take. We'll give you a few seconds to do this, and then our expert will tell you what he thinks. Now here's some information that will help you in estimating tricks. We're going to calculate first in the offense, which means that you're playing in your suit. So your net north and south points, your high card points and distribution points is 20 plus 4, which equals a total of 24. You need to calculate the number of points less than 26. 26 is 10 tricks. So you take 26 minus your score, 24, and that equals 2. Now, when you are on the offense, each trick is worth 3 points. So you have 2 points less than 26, which means that would be 1 trick. Your north-south offensive tricks then are 10 minus 1 equals 9. You will make 9 tricks if you play in your suit. Now, if the opponents play in their suit, you have defensive points. Now, you have 13 points, but unfortunately your partner has none, so your total defensive points is 13. In defense, defensive tricks are worth 3.5 points. So you take the 13 divided by 3.5, it equals 4. You will get in your partnership 4 tricks if you are playing in the opponent's suit. So if you figure it in terms of their position or their perspective, 13 minus 4 means that they will make 9 tricks.
You had a chance to think about challenge 2. It really feels like it's very complex. What do I do? It's very simple. Relax. You know the high card points, you know the distributional points. You know you have 16 high card points, partner has 4 high card points, that makes 20. In my hand in north position, I'm voiding hearts, so I get 3 points per void. I doubled on diamond, so I get 1 point for diamond. So I have 3 plus 1, 4 distributional points. South has doubled on spade, but that's a trump suit, so I'm not going to count points for that. He has doubled on club. But since I counted jack of club as a high card value, I cannot count that again as a doubleton. So I'm going to say South has 0 distributional points. My 4 plus partner 0, I have 4 distributional points. Plus the total high card points were 20. So I have 20 plus 4, 24 net points. That includes high card points and distributional points. In the information I gave you earlier that you studied, 26 points makes 10 tricks. We had 24 points. 2 less than 26. That's equivalent to 1 trick. So you should expect to make 10 minus 1, 9 tricks. That wasn't that complicated. You can make 9 tricks. Now this is the part people get very confused about, but it's very simple. I look at my hand and partner's hand and say, how many defensive values I have? Well, I have ace of diamond, that's a good value. I know the spade distribution is such that at least they have 2 spades, so I can count ace queen of spade as a defensive value. And I have clubs are not 3-1, they are 2-2, so at least 1 good card in club, which is king of club. So if I add ace queen of spade, ace of diamond, and a king of club, I have 13 defensive values. Does my partner have any defensive values? Not really. He has a king of heart, which is going to be taken by ace of heart. So 13 defensive values. I'm supposed to divide by 3.5. I explained in the material how to divide by 3.5. You basically double it. 13 times 2 is 26. Divided by 7, that comes out to be 4. That means you get 4 defensive tricks. So how many tricks they will make? 13 minus 4, they'll make 9 tricks. Got it? It's as simple as that. We're done with the challenge 2.
Now the challenge is to plan the play. First, you must determine what the trump suit is. You must know that East is going to lead the Queen of Hearts from Queen, Jack, 10, and you need to figure out how you're going to play your hand to make 9 tricks. We're going to give you a minute to figure this out, and then our expert is going to tell you what his strategy is.
You had a chance to think about how to meet the challenge 3. Let's see how I think about it. The first question is, what is a trump suit? You need to have 8 card fit or more cards to define a trump suit. We have 6 to fit in spades, so spades are our trumps. Okay, so establishing spade as a trump. Now, I need to figure out where my tricks are. I can King of Spades is probably with the west hand because he has all the points. So if I play spade from the south hand, then take the queen in my north hand, and then play the ace of spade, I'll probably capture the king of spades. Unfortunately, jack of spade is missing. So the jack of spade will take a trick afterwards because East has then jack and two little spades. Alright, we get at least 5 spade tricks. Some of those could be used for trumping hearts or something else. I have ace of diamond. So 5 and 1 is 6. I cannot have any tricks in hearts, so remaining 3 tricks must come from the club suit. I have a jack and little club in the south hand. Jack is a great card because they will have to take their ace, take the jack with their ace. That will establish my king-queen. If I ruff or trump the third club, ruff or trump is the same thing. If I play the third round of club and trump it in the south hand, then my last club becomes good because nobody has the 5th club. So the plan is get rid of ace of club, cash a king of club, play low club and trump it in the south hand. That means you should not remove the trumps first because you need a trump in the south hand. Then after you trump it in the south hand, then play the spades. Got it? Thank you.
How'd you do with the challenge of planning the play? We hope you did really well, but here are a couple little hints that you can follow each time you plan the play. First of all, did you count your winners and losers? This is a suit hand, so you really should do this every time. Next, did you determine where you could develop your tricks? And do you have a strategy on how to avoid losing your losers? And lastly, did you plan communication between yourself and your partner? So leaving, for example, a winner in your partner's hands so that you can get over to that hand when you need to. Those are some hints you can use every time you continue to play card challenges. Now that you've faced the challenges, let's just kind of review some of the features of this hand. One of the things that we learned was visualization of the hand and how to locate key high cards. Also, the Doubleton Jack of Clubs can be worth a trick because of the North-South partnership has King, Queen, Jack of Clubs between the two hands. Counting losers and planning on eliminating losers is a key part of planning your play. You need to make sure that you have enough entries to do what you need to do. And you can learn a lot by looking at the hand from both sides, both the opponent and the partner. And here is one last look at Card Challenge's sample board. Thank you.